Um, Hello, this is Tom Christiano for the Chelmsford News, and I'm so thrilled to have my first interview with Lori Trahan, who's a Democratic candidate for the United States Congress for the seat currently held by Nikki Tsongas. Lori, thank you very much for being here.
Pleasure, thanks for having me.
Thanks. We're on the Chelmsford Common right now, Memorial Day service, the Memorial Day holiday. They just had the service this morning, and so you were also in Lowell this morning, right at the service over there?
I was. You know, it's such a beautiful ceremony both in Lowell and here. What I was most amazed at is how many people were here. It's a tremendous honor for people to show their respect for all people who died for our freedom.
Yes, yeah, I feel the same way. We should be so thankful, and many people in Chelmsford are,
yes,
for all that the soldiers and everybody in the armed forces have done for us, for our freedom. So why have you decided to run for Congress this year, Lori?
Yeah, so I do believe this is a unique year. I think that what the 2016 election brought us was a lot of disruption to Washington. I look at it as an opportunity. I mean, right now, where we've been in gridlock for too long, when that happens, families like the one I grew up in get disproportionately harmed. So we rely on good public schools and constant investment in our public school system, affordable college education, affordable health care, and good paying jobs. And when Washington doesn't go to work for those families, there's a lot of folks that are living paycheck to paycheck and really struggling to make ends meet. And that's at the heart of why I'm running, to represent people like the ones I grew up with, and frankly, families like my children are growing up.
Wonderful. Yeah, so you're in there to help people live better lives, hopefully with good education, good health care, food on the table, not have to worry so much about their bills, which is a wonderful thing. So, and how about your background? You've been involved with politics for a while, right?
So yeah, I grew up in Lowell. I went to public schools there, went to Lowell High School there. I got a volleyball scholarship actually to play at Georgetown University, which is what got me to DC.
You went to Georgetown?
Yes,
That's
did.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I could see you playing volleyball. Look at the height difference there.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
It came in handy for
And
sure.
how did you do in Georgetown with the volleyball and academics?
Yeah, it was good. I was part of the school. I went to the School of Foreign Service. It was a pretty rigorous program, but it was great. When you play in college, they give you a lot of support, and so I did a lot of studying and I did a lot of playing. It was great.
So 4 years you were there at Georgetown, earned a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, in science.
In science, and then what did you do after
that?
Then
I went to Capitol Hill, and I worked for Congressman Marty Meehan.
He's a wonderful guy. Now he's the head of UMass. Yeah. Great guy. He's been on my show a few times. Nice guy.
He is.
Marty, if you see this, we like you. At least I do. So you worked in the office of Marty Meehan.
I did. I started in Washington as a scheduler, and I had almost every job in that office. Came up to the district, which was home for me, and worked here. I eventually became his chief of staff. So
you did.
And we worked with Republicans many times. We passed campaign finance reform, which is the most significant legislation.
I wish we could get back to that, but
me too. And to be honest, that is in part why I'm running. Not only to be a voice for working class families, but there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of structural impediments to our democracy. Money in politics is one of them. I think it's the reason why we don't have affordable prescription drugs in this country, and we have to root that out. And so I saw firsthand the blueprint on how to do that, how sensible Republicans working with sensible Democrats can find common ground on some of these issues and then work together.
So you could work well with Republicans or independents, whoever's in Congress, when you're easy to get along with. I could attest to that because I first met you at the Chelmsford Library during the Winterfest. Remember that night?
I do.
And I was so impressed because you were so nice to myself and other people who were like taking up a lot of your time. And you said,
I was there to meet people. I didn't
which was so, but you didn't. A lot of people who are running for office don't give you like a minute and say, "Oh, nice meeting you," and you got to go. You didn't do that, Lori, and I always will remember that because there was somebody who from Chelmsford who kept asking question after question, and I was so impressed by that, Lori. So I think you will be great with the constituents and with anybody who writes you or writes your office.
Yeah. Well, that is a big part of this job. I mean. I set up an office in the district that was responsive and accessible because constituents want to feel like their voices are being heard.
Yes.
You need to learn, or you need to work with state and local government to bring grants and public funding to the cities and towns that you represent. Some of that money is used to leverage private investment. Others, it's used to get the equipment that your local fire department needs. And so you have to be able to work with all parties. At the end of the day, you have to be able to figure out how to find common ground. When I think about all the issues that we're confronted with today, one of the reasons why we're not acting on those issues is because we're dug in. And we're not coming to the table, even though the majority of the public wants us to.
Yes.
Even if we can make, some progress and find some common ground.
I hope so. I would do that too. I like to work with everybody. When I had my political discussion show, I had tons of Republicans, Independents, and Democrats on the show. I try to like everybody and listen to everybody. And most of the Republicans too in Massachusetts are pretty moderate and reasonable. Like Governor Baker is a moderate, guy that a lot of Democrats like Governor Baker.
I think you want to find the sensible Republicans who will work with Democrats.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I think that's what's missing is we've stopped talking to each other, working together. That manifests in whether it's the tax policy, the fact that we're not having a conversation about gun control. That just has to end. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to solve problems.
We do. We do.
and it's the people's house, and the people send you down there to do a job, and we're not doing them any services by, digging in and not coming together to try to find solutions. So.
That's for sure. I wish Congress would work together like they did. Remember when President Reagan became president? He used to work with Tip O'Neill, the Speaker of the House. They even got together after the workday and had a drink in their offices, and they communicated a lot. So then when it was time to talk about various bills, they worked together and got them passed. There were a lot of bills passed at that time which were very significant about Social Security, et cetera.
Yeah.
We seem to have lost that in this country, and it looks like the Democrats and Republicans aren't working together. And I think a lot of them want to, like yourself if you're in Congress, and a lot of our delegation in Massachusetts, I think, would work together. But some people, I don't want to name any names, they just won't do anything that a Democrat proposes, for example. So it's very difficult.
I think you're going to see a big change. This election is one where the outcome matters. There are a lot of people coming off the sidelines to run. There's a lot of people like me, women who never thought of running for office before, who wanting to see change. And it's not just change for in our Congress, but it's also, I think the Democratic Party's at an inflection point. I think the Republican Party is too, but I'm not so much concerned with that one. But I think it's an important election. A lot will be determined as we get ready for 2020.
Yes.
And certainly the composition of the House will, for me, when I look at the U.S. House of Representatives and I only see 19% women, it reminds me how important the election of Congresswoman Tsongas was.
Yes.
When I was Marty's chief of staff, there were no women in the delegation.
In the Massachusetts
in
delegation.
the Massachusetts delegation, and
Yes.
she was the first woman in 25 years.
It's amazing.
To represent Massachusetts.
Yes.
And I think we need, now more than ever, I do believe that we need more women at the table as we're
Yes.
deciding legislation on women's health issues, on the
Yes.
Affordable Care Act, on equal pay for equal work, and then, even opioids, gun control. I mean, these are issues where moms want action.
Definitely, especially, I hate to talk about it, the gun control, but with what's happening in the schools now, it's so sad, and something more needs to be done, I think. If you look at the statistics of all the developed countries throughout the world, why is it the United States stands out with so many more times of gun control deaths in this country? And a lot of them are in the schools. Why? Because we don't have sufficient gun control laws, I think, in this country.
We don't.
And allowing people to buy assault weapons, allowing an 18-year-old like in Florida who shot up a school a couple of months ago to buy an assault weapon when he was 18 years old legally, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, things seem to be insane to me, but
I feel like
that's just my opinion, but I feel strongly about that.
There are a lot of gun owners in this district, and I think if I wanted to just tell, a message to them. It really isn't about impinging on your Second Amendment.
No, I wouldn't want to do that either.
No, but I know, I have talked to NRA members, and they're not against background checks.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
the
hope
NRA
not.
was set up, to provide gun safety and gun responsibility. That was their mission for so long. And so I do believe that if I was to sit down with someone who is a member of the NRA, we could probably come up with some common sense measures that would help make our students and our schools safer and keep assault-style weapons out of the hands of people who are going to cause harm either to themselves or to someone else.
Yes.
I think that's something we can all get behind.
And some of them, recently there was a school shooting where the student got a hold of his father's guns. Maybe the parents or whoever let these guns in the hands of their children and don't lock them up sufficiently, they need to be held accountable too, it seems to be. Otherwise, this is going to keep happening. Because if the child could find the guns, they're going to go get them. And it's too bad. I just hope this stops, but I think we need to, there's so many aspects that need to be looked into, but one is gun control, I think, and background checks and common sense measures, I think, might help. And so your priorities are and healthcare, education, taking care of families as best you can, supporting families, good jobs, good pay, equal pay for women.
Yeah. You got it all. I mean, education, I'm reminded every day. One, I got my dream. I got a scholarship to go to a world-class institution, and education is fantastic. But that option also isn't available to everyone. And the fact that our tuition rates have hiked, 3x in 25 years.
It's crazy.
Is something that we have to end. It's our responsibility to make sure that education is available to people who want it, because that is how you close the income inequality gap in this country, is by giving people access to the education that they need. And for some, that's college, but for many, it's vocational trades training, it's apprenticeships, it's community college programs that get kids trained to be in our workforce faster. And so I think we just need to look at education holistically and practically, so that we get kids into our workforce and into the jobs of tomorrow.
Wonderful. So speaking of tomorrow, what are your plans? The primary's on September, the day after Labor Day, right? September 4th?
Yes.
So, and there's 10 candidates.
Yes.
So do you have a website for your campaign?
We do.
Could mention.
Yes, it's LoriTrahan.com.
LoriTrahan.com, that's easy.
It is.
LoriTrahan.com.
And we're on Twitter and Facebook. It's Lori U.S. Congress on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, so folks can follow us wherever they
And the spelling of your last name,
Trahan.
Trahan. Look for on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yes.
And check out her policies are wonderful if you think along these lines of thinking about the middle class and the poor people and people who need jobs, etc.
Yeah.
Lori's going to do that. Well, good luck with everything,
Thank
Lori.
you.
It's
Thanks,
great
Tom.
talking with you.
Thank you. It's good to be on here.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Oh, you'll edit out.